So I'm Henry. I farm in North Devon, near Holsworthy, and got a suckler herd of mini South Devons, which we finish on farm. Yeah, so I got into farming in 2010. My dad retired and he bought a small farm to retire on. So I decided to work for Dad. Quite an interesting start, lots to learn. I remember watching a film on YouTube on how to rectify a breech carving. So that's, steep learning curve. But again, I think that does have its advantages, and I don't have any preconceptions. Not afraid to try new things, and hopefully it's working out. The Carbon Neutral Beef Company came about, I watched, it was in the summer of 2019, quite a few documentaries going about of how the livestock sector, especially cattle, were very damaging to the environment and accounted for such a high proportion of the greenhouse gas emissions. And sat down in the West Country watching it, I couldn't really see how that could apply to us in the ways they were saying. So I made it my mission to educate myself on how we could be as carbon efficient as possible. We really have to work on how we can finish cattle and grow cattle in a way which doesn't impact the environment, and in the southwest we're ideally suited to that. We can grow high protein crops with legumes which don't need high inputs of fertiliser. We can grow herbs which are deep rooting and aid the soil health instead of going for a monoculture of grasses. Herbs are also great as in they can be natural wormers of cattle, and since we've been put herbs in, we have found that our worm burden's gone down massively, so therefore our vet bill's gone down massively. So I think it's more of a linked up approach and thinking, well, how can we get our fields to be more efficient? The reaction amongst the public by buying our beef has been very good. Despite being called the Carbon Neutral Beef Company, they're not is not their main concern. They're more concerned about the traceability, the welfare, and the overall sympathies that we have with farming in a sustainable and regenerative practice. So I think really regenerative farming is more of the buzzword with the public than carbon. Amongst our interactions with our customers, no one has asked us about our carbon credentials and how we are carbon neutral. In fact, there's always been other farmers asking us how we are carbon neutral. So I think as an industry, we sometimes worry a lot about how we are perceived, but on the whole, we are perceived quite well.